Welcome back to Midday. Nadine Spence and Kim Coltman join us. How are you?
Hi.
Wonderful,
Good.
thank you.
Good.
And you?
I'm great. So happy to have you guys on. You always put together some great fashion shows, some great benefits, and one right now that we're going to be doing in September for a great cause. So, Kim, tell us a bit about how this came about and how Nadine came on board and what it's all about.
Well, I had gone and done hair and makeup for a fashion show in Merritt, which is how I met Nadine and a whole bunch of other fashion designers. I've been watching the news and feeling affected by the things that I was reading and seeing there. I come from a First Nations background, so it was really hitting home for me that nothing was happening, that we weren't getting the inquiries that we needed to find out why our women and girls are being targeted and going missing and being murdered.
Right.
So I wanted to do something that would shout out, this is what's going on, come on, pay attention.
Bring some attention to it.
So we've decided that we would do Fashion Speaks.
Oh, that's great.
And hopefully we get to get this all the way across Canada. We'd like to do these types of shows all the way across Canada, just bringing more awareness.
Right.
Because this is a huge issue, and it's not just a women's issue, it's a men's issue as well. It's wives and daughters and nieces that are going missing. So it affects everyone. And it's something that I think is vital in terms of being able to respond rather than to react.
Right.
We want to try and do preventative, we want to do education, we want to do so many things. But as an individual, it's hard to do.
Exactly.
As a group, I think we can do a lot more.
That's excellent. So, Nadine, you jumped on board right away when you heard all about this?
As soon as I heard about it, I said, this is the show for me, number one. I've been in many different shows, and for me, the feeling of being involved in this, it means a lot more to me because of having family members that have been affected and also having basically a cousin that was murdered 2002.
Right.
Seeing how it affects our community in the way that really, what should we do? How can we make a difference? We sit here and we talk about it, it's a problem, but there really has to be some action made.
Right.
And to see the pain and suffering a lot of the families that have people that have gone missing is very sad to see.
Exactly.
And if there's something that I could do, I'd like to be involved in it. And it's very important. It isn't just a Native issue, an Aboriginal issue. It's to tell everybody there's something going on here.
Exactly.
You have to really understand that we need some support. Everybody has to understand there's underlying issues also why this is happening. And can we make that change? Can we do that? So hopefully this is going to be something that I can be involved in that's going to be like the pebble in the pond and go out. And I'd love to continue doing it.
The ripple effect, yeah, exactly. So this is the first year that you're doing this fashion show.
It is.
You've done multiple fashion shows, but this one here for this specific cause, this is going to be the first, and like you said, hopefully many.
Yes.
And it's happening September 16th from 7 to 11 at the Kamloops Powwow Ground. So how can we get there?
Well, the tickets are available at kamloopslive.ca.
Okay.
They're $23 a ticket. All of the proceeds go to Families of Sisters in Spirit.
Oh, wonderful.
They're an organization that deals with the family members of the women who have gone missing and are murdered. They also put out a lot of educational information, and they're really quite proactive in what they do. So when looking at what the options were in terms of who to give the money to, who could best dole the money out in areas that were where it was needed the most. I looked into many different organizations, and everyone kept pointing back to Families of Sisters in Spirit. So we've gone with them, and I'm really hoping that because they're located in Ottawa, while Kamloops is the launching point for this show, we're hoping that we can help it to spread through contacts all across Canada.
Oh, that's excellent. I love the idea. It's wonderful. So kamloopslive.ca is where we can get the tickets. Facebook page for Headhunters has the link as well.
It does.
Because you're associated with Headhunters, so that's how it's all kind of brought together. And headhuntershair.ca.com also has the link for that as well.
It does.
It does. So this is going to be your first time working with Kim, but your resume is crazy. I was reading all about you. You have done so much stuff. This is like a whole other segment. So how would you feel joining this? Like, I know it's a personal thing, but it's so
crazy.
fresh. It's so new. It's so cool.
They're laughing about it because when I sent her the write-up, she goes, well, send me your qualifications and I was like, okay, let me think about this. So I started to think, well, what have I done? And then I sent it to her and I was like, oh my God, I'm not just a designer.
I know.
Like I write and the things that I do. And I was like, wow, well then how do I do that, right? So I'm involved in so many different areas. And for me, It's been, this is going to be a healing point for me as well, because I've been in situations where I've actually been assaulted and I've had to go to federal court. And what it links up to is the things that you could have been at risk at.
Right.
For me, I've been really emotional because now I've put myself out on the limb where I've actually starting to tell people about it more and get people involved, where I'm hearing stories. People are telling me stories about
because
this
you're
is what's
opening
happening,
up, so
right?
they're opening up
yeah,
as well.
and I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's bringing a lot of feelings to me myself. So I'm driven by that. But it also is a huge part of my healing. And I do love to write, so I'll probably be writing about it, and even my journey through the process. And just to see where it brings me is going to be also a really great experience.
Oh, it's going to be wonderful. So all the info on the screen for you there. September 16th. You guys still will take in some registrations from any designers that want to be a part of it as well until this Saturday.
Yes.
Okay, so they can look online
and
as well.
And other fashion models as well. We do require a few more. I only have 2 male models at this point in time, and I'd like to get some more.
Get out there.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
Let's go.
They need some male models.
You don't have to be Aboriginal either, right?
No, you don't have to be Aboriginal to be in this show.
Okay,
because
good.
it is
Good
about
news,
everyone.
Yeah.
It's not.
People might have been thinking that, so that's good. That's a good point.
Well, one of the things within our culture is when we're saying our prayers or when we're saying goodbye, we always say all my relations. And what that means to me as an Aboriginal person is that we are related to everything and everyone. There are no definitions of race, culture. We all come from one creator, in my opinion. And I know that there are people out there who will disagree with that, but I'm willing to open my arms up to anybody who's willing to come in.
Excellent. That's beautiful. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Again, info on the screen for you there if you'd like to attend, if you would like to take part, if you would like more information about anything. I'm sure both of you are more than happy to have a chat with anyone about it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Coming up for you right after the break.